Well, hi everybody, it's Jane from Living Skies Vintage, and today I am going to continue with my man-centric journal, and I hope you come along and share this time with me. So let's get going. So I have been working on this, and this is actually my second layout. The first one I had, and you may have noticed it, has a little bit of a Superman kind of theme going, and I'll show you that page in just a second, but let's just kind of take a look at this while I have it open. So some of these aren't glued down yet, but you'll notice that my basketball players have now been turned into cats, and I use the same process as I did in my first video with the Superman and change their heads out. And really I find the trick to actually changing a head out is finding something where the gaze kind of matches where their eyes are in the original picture. So I'm doing a sports theme if you haven't figured that one out yet. So here's some basketball players, and they're actually playing with the baseball. I've got a weightlifter up here. These I got glued down already with sports. I got a big football under here, and I've got a football player going to be running across with a baseball player here. The word major here to go with sports, so sports major, and then a baseball player down here. Now these ones are all loose because I wanted to get these ones down first because they were in the background. I've got a couple more that I want to put in the background down here, but it was just a little bit easier to work on this part of the page first. So I'm going to turn it around to make it a little bit easier for myself again. I just wanted to kind of show you the way I'm going to be looking at reviewing the book in the end is this way. So let's just turn it this way for now, and I'll move some of these guys out of my way so that I can work on them individually. Now I'm going to leave the baseball for last. I'm going to move him over there. And these balls are going to go down last. So I'm going to put them there. Now, this ball is supposed to be, and you probably can't see where my finger is, so this guy can put his hand on it. So I want it right there. So I'm just going to stick that down there for a second and move my ball players out of the way. And right now my football player, I think he's going to be the first one down because my basketball players will stand on his head, not go underneath his head. So he's going to probably be the first guy to glue down. And I want this football kind of under his foot. So that's going to be there. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave, actually, I'm just going to glue his top half down and leave his bottom half loose for now. Because I've got this I want to put under it, but then he also has to go under his legs. And yeah, let's just glue him down on this page mostly, and I'll get going. So, and then I can glue this ball and that ball down also. So we're just going to move these guys off the page. I'm going to bring there he is, the metal container back that I put my glue in, and I'm just going to put him there because I do use gel matte medium, and I like to actually apply it with the credit card. Sometimes, like, all my good brushes I ruin if I don't wash them off immediately, and I'm really bad for that. And this works really well because I'm right into smooshing it down. You can see, you know, these are well adhered. So let's just get this guy. There's his crease. So I know from about there, I want to glue him, and I also want to glue him around here. I'm not going to worry about anything else in the background. I can always get rid of it later. And I wanted him to be kind of right there. So I'm going to put some glue on this area right here, right here. I live in Canada. I get magazines from all sorts of different places, so don't hate me. Here we go. So I glued that part down. His arm is still not, but I'm going to just take this and make sure. I'm going to put that on him. We're going to glue him down. Make sure he's down somewhere. He's up there. I can leave his arm a little bit loose. I can also leave that bit of his body a little bit loose, but let's just make sure the rest of this is adhered well. To my book. I'm just going to lift this guy's arm up a little bit. You can see a little bit of a bubble there. I'm just going to fix that crease. I'm going to glue this arm down. I don't think I need it to be up. And this part of the magazine is thin as compared to the cat face. So there, that looks pretty good. We'll just kind of let that dry. I'm just going to wipe this card off a bit on my rag, and then I'm going to put these two items down. Well, he's a little bit further out than I thought he was going to be, but we'll put that football right there, like that. Cover up that little knobby in his foot there. Okay. So again, I just kind of dip my card in there. This is where my, and I should have put my wax paper under there, because I don't want to get glue on the other side. We'll just get his feet out of the way for the moment. And then I can put this down. Move him out of the way. Fold him up out of the way. He's up in the air. He should be fine. I'll take a peek at him in just a second. This gel matte medium doesn't dry extremely fast. Have a little bit of play time with it. That looks like it's stuck down pretty good. And we'll just kind of keep him out of the way for a sec. Now, the other one I want to get down is this. So, let's just fold it so that I know what part of this ball I need to glue. And it was kind of right there. I'll have to maybe grab these guys again just to double check. Let's put that over there before I get glue on that. I want him to be able to stand on it, and I want the balls over there, and it was kind of like right about there, so that'll do. Okay, let's get this little thing again. Let's put that right there. We'll put that right there. Put that down. And then I'm just going to go right over it. This one's, like I said, this is pretty thin paper, this one. Not as thick as the cat, so that glue should go right through and saturate that. All right, gel matte medium, I mean. And I have a little bit on this other side, which actually I can leave, but I'm probably just going to flip up and cut. Now let's just take this out of the way because it's got some matte medium on it. Now where did my other set of balls? Let me put them down too. We'll just fold that up. So the wet part's out of the way. And my other balls are right here. And I wanted to put them there with his leg going under that ball. That's pretty good like that right there, don't you think? It's going to kind of go in. Come on. This way. Get under there. There. That's what I wanted. And then you there. And you there. Like that. Good. Good. So, I have a tiny bit of a ball here that I want his knee to stay on. I'm going to do that. That in the corner. His knee stays on. That one goes there. That one is underneath. That one's underneath. Try to do this pretty carefully so that he is there. You are there. Look at this. Get that all right. And then I can address them. Oh, dropped my card. And now I'm just going to apply some matte medium in here so I can get it stuck down, and then I'll spread this around a little bit more. We'll just straighten out our magazine pieces so that they're lying nice and flat, like we want them to. There we go. His knees on there. Kind of have to be a little careful at times with some of these smaller pieces. It seems to be working out well. Just move my coffee out of the way. More matte medium on my card. You don't want your card to be too dry, and then you can always slide a little bit under those pieces that didn't get any matte medium under it in the first place. Give it a gentle going over so that you got as much of the wrinkles out as you can, and it's nice and flat. Sometimes your magazine images will fade a little bit when you're doing that. Depends on the magazine. He looks like he might be fading just a touch, but I can always add that color back in later with my felt pens. And you can see like the matte medium soaked through this. That will dry, and it should not be so translucent in that ball, but if it is, I'm not going to worry about it. Now, I wanted the baseball player kind of here. See, this is drier now, so I can flip him down. And yeah, he's actually over a little further than I wanted, so baseball bear's a little crowded. I did figure that out in the end. He was over too far. Let's fix this. That's fine. You're going to go over top of him. Leg's going to be there. I'm going to put Major right here. That he's standing on it, and it's under his leg there. So the next thing I'm going to put down is Major. And I'm just going to leave that little edge there open. So flip, take him away, because I've got my measure, because that's all I needed him for at the moment. Flip him up, and then let's get this part. And you can see I put the background and everything down here already on this. I've done more backgrounds throughout my book. See, I just haven't colored them, but I've put more paper down so that they're ready to color as I work through the book, just to kind of get something there, you know. That's the way it is, basically. Now, the next thing I needed down was this guy, because he's going under both of those. So let's do this. He's coming up a little higher. He's coming up to here. Don't necessarily want that guy's hand on his head. What I'll do, sometimes things just turn out quite like you wanted them, but that'll do. Okay, so I don't want his arm glued yet. I only want this guy's legs glued at the moment. So let's do a little bit of that. You see, I leave the more complicated stuff to do while you're watching me, so that, yeah, I can make all the mistakes, right? So put him down, get under there, maybe slide down just a titch. Grab my thing, because I got a little stuff on my finger. Glue you down. There you go, there you go. And then I can, and then I can finish gluing down both the Major and his leg, and I am missing my paper to keep my pages dry. Hold on. There we go. There we go. So we got him. Then we want his body pressed down. All right. On top of that, I have to move his, get rid of his leg just a touch. See? This is what happens. Didn't quite put it in the same place. And now it's showing through on his other side of his leg, which I didn't want there. That's better. So, Major. I can always fix that. So we're going to glue on here. There's a lot more because he's a bigger guy. And then we're going to take glue on our card, and we're going to go, and we're going to slowly pull this glue that's underneath him down and through the rest of the picture that's here. And we put enough glue on that. Melt gel matte medium on that. Perfect. Now I need just a little bit to go under here for him. Get him down. Sometimes a finger works best because this other guy's soft right now, and he's soft too. You can tell because they're a little translucent. And I don't want to lose an arm or a leg or a head or a beak. Okay. I'm sorry, I tend to make a lot of noise when I do this huffing and puffing, but I shouldn't. So the last guys I want are my basketball players. And I'd envisioned that they kind of fit more that way. Kind of standing on his face a little bit. So I'm going to just, I don't mind if his ears are sticking out. I need a little bit more matte medium before I start this. So I put smaller quantities in this little metal tray so I don't waste as much. But if you do not use all of it, even if you do use most of it, it's easy to get it out once it's dry and you have a nice container left again. So this is where I want these guys. No, that covers up the S too much. I've got to kind of keep him over here a little more, don't you think? And if I put him up a little higher, well, let's just get that area wet and then we'll fiddle with them. They're going to be in here. They're going to be right in here somewhere. So, oh, see what I did? Got to get some of that off of there. Pull that off of there. Otherwise, I'm going to glue my pages together. See? Even I am not. Don't follow my own advice at times. All make mistakes. But that's the fun of playing with these things. No one knows if you've made the mistake or not. So I want him kind of there. Kind of like so. Come over. Come over. He's standing on the air. It's just not where I want it. Sorry, guys. This one stretchy arm is okay. He's going to be hanging over that guy just a touch. Because I still have the ball to put up there. It's just, okay, these guys just stick them down a little bit before I put any more glue on here. Okay. Let's get some gel matte medium down on these guys. Oh, and glue them down. See what I said sometimes about these little pieces? You gotta be careful. And remember, these heads are not joined to the body, so you have to be careful with them too. Oh, the ball's going right there. Give me your ball. Could have been a little higher because his eyes are up higher, but this will do. All right, so I've got them all glued down. I am going to put this over there for a minute, and then I'm going to take the heat dryer to it, and I'm going to dry it. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of frame, aren't I? You haven't seen anything that's been going on. So all of these guys are glued down now. And I have to do some doodling. So let me just blow dry this so that it's not so wet, and then I can show you what I've doodled on the first page that I've actually completed. Okay, so let me give this a little bit of a dry, and we'll get right back together. Hold on. So here we are. I've finished my Superman page, I guess we could say. And on here I've added soda pops down the side, and this car down here, and a sentiment called "Go Big or Go Home." And that was a sentiment that was once said to me by a manager of mine. He spent big, he ate big, he drove lots of big cars. Everything he did was over the top. So, and that was his favorite saying. So go big or go home. You can see I've taken the alcohol marker to the print that was in here, so it's kind of pushed it back a little bit. I may yet put something else on there, but I haven't decided. And I've added a little bit of acrylic Posca pen as some accents of color. Now I've also done another page, and here's my sports page. You can see I've replaced a lot of their heads with animal heads instead of people heads. I like doing that. The trick to doing that is find another animal head that is gazing in approximately the same direction that your human is. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I've got a little bit of a wrist support on here today. Maybe I'll take that off. Little ASMR for you. So there, so that's my sports page. So I've got some basketball players, and they're playing with the baseball. A weightlifter, or someone that's doing some kind of muscly thing. Big football. You can see I've pushed the football back by just coloring that in, and I've brightened up these guys' t-shirts by adding more red alcohol marker. After you put the gel matte medium on top of all of this and you allow it to dry, you can use your acrylic or alcohol markers, anything, and it won't affect it. And yeah, I think it just brings back the color to it. And so just so you know, I've gone ahead and I've prepped a number of pages. I've got a few magazine pictures that I want to pull out that I'm going to relate back to men and how they are. So that was Go Big or Go Home in the sports page. I'm also going to do dating page, a marriage page, a daddy page, maybe just a page about cars, a page about occupations, that's for sure. So you can see I've got a number of these in different states, different colors, and I'm just kind of working from one end to the other and getting my ideas and getting some pictures together and loading them into my book. So I'll keep you updated as I come and get more pages complete or on the way there. If you would like me to show you how I do some of these. There's some blank pages. But if you'd like to see how I do this again, please join me. Let me know in the comments. And really, if you do like this and would like to see more, please give me a like. Please share it to your friends, and please subscribe just by ringing that bell. I hope you come by and see me again real soon. It's Jane from Living Skies Vintage, and we'll see you real soon. Bye now.